I wonder sometimes about people's memories, the memory of somebody, and how we think of them, and I want to hold on to Tyler's memory because he was just the nicest guy.
No, not now. I'll tell you later.
Tell me Tyler's story now.
No. I'm too angry and drunk.
That's the perfect time to tell it.
No. Man, the neighborhood, for sure. Definitely.
39th Street?
West 39th, all day, yeah. Yeah, man, it won't be the same without him, man.
You guys got the same name?
Yeah, we always used to have a joke, I'm Tyler number 1, it's Tyler number 2.
Who was 1 and who was 2?
I'll never be number 1, man.
I first met Tyler here at the Quaff. He sat down at the table and he was really fucked up. Like his head was dropping. And so I just made sure he was okay. And we talked and we became friends. And things go by. We ran into each other. We talked. We had good conversations. He would come over to my house. We'd drink. We'd talk late into the night, and just about anything. And he would listen to me. That was the only thing that he would listen to me. The one thing I liked about Tyler, there's only 2 people that I allow stay over at my house, and you're one of them. And Tyler was the other one. And I would just leave and go to work, just be like, lock up, go ahead and go. And the coolest thing about him was that he would just leave things for me. He would leave a sweater or a Zippo or face wash, just weird stuff. And he was it means a lot to me.
Well, we're on our way to Tyler's memorial. And I met Tyler at volleyball. This was a few years ago, about 5 years ago, I guess. And some drunken boyfriend of an ex-girlfriend of mine was threatening me with a Viaca bottle, calling me all sorts of nasty names and generally slandering me. And I was sitting up there on the hill and Tyler was sitting next to me and goes, oh man, I wouldn't take that. I'd go mess that guy up. And I said, no, I'm on paper. I can't get in any trouble. I can't have any contact with the police. And he said, oh man, well I'll do it. I'll go down there. I'll take that vodka bottle and hit him over the head with it. I was like, no man, just leave it alone. And we talked about maybe getting him later or something like that, but nothing ever happened. But he was all willing to help me. He seen I was being wronged publicly, and he didn't like that at all. So he offered to help, but nothing ever happened. So
Still good story. Still good story.
Tyler. About 2 weeks ago at Memorial Day, and I'd been talking about putting it in a garden, and then Ryan and Tyler and Lucas and I all decided to get some heirloom seeds, and we tilled up the garden and hoed it, and spent the afternoon getting everything ready and planted all the seeds together. And we now have the Tyler M. Sears Memorial Garden.
That's awesome. Do I show it to me?
Yeah. We got corn in the back. We got peppers and tomatoes over here. We've got radishes coming in here, and we've got tomatoes, peppers. So we're pretty excited about the garden.
That was like something Tyler would pick up, this car over here.
Oh yeah, he loved that body.
I love that body.
He asked him 3 times to sell it. He's like, nope.
That's awesome.
Cheers. Rest in peace, my friend. Miss you much. Tyler, the coolest fucking dude. I didn't know him as well as everybody else, but I knew him well enough to know he was a good dude. He was people with my peoples, which means he was good peoples. Been a pleasure getting to know that dude.
How'd you meet him?
How'd I meet him? Johnny Chavez, Andrew, Tyler Ladd. Yeah, just in the group. I got a good group of people around me.
Okay, hold on. So we met here. He came into the bar and he was always on his motorcycle. Go figure.
Yeah.
And we ended up, he kept bugging me to go ride with him. And so one day I did. and he scared the shit out of me. And I have a scar forever from that day on my leg. It will not go away because we jumped a fence in typical Tyler tradition, and I got a nail stuck in my leg. So I think that was the first time that we ever like hung out.
All right, so one of my favorite Tyler stories is it was coming up on 3 Mondays ago. I was off, and Sunday night we had made plans to go get massage down in Westport. And he's like, "Oh man, I should head back. I'm gonna have some splaining to do." And I was like, "That's funny, splaining." So we go get our massages, walk back down the road, stop and get something to eat. Grab some chicken wings, a couple sliders, and some pretzels and breadsticks. We smash all the food, and we're sitting there, and Tyler puts his sunglasses on, leans back. And I was like, "So what time are you taking off in the morning tomorrow?" He's like, "I think I might have some splaining to do."
Are you sure?
I think I might have some splaining.
Come on, Jason.
Hi, Tyler and Tyler's family. I would say my favorite moment, I only knew him for a few weeks, but my favorite moment with Tyler was when he came in and I commented on how nicely he smelled, and he went home, brought back his cologne and let me smell it and let me write down the name of it, and I ended up spilling it on myself, so I just smelled like Tyler all day, but it was wonderful and it made me happy. And yeah, love you.
Well, Tyler, he was always laughing at something.
True.
And we never knew exactly what. But I knew he was having more fun than most of us put together.
He left an LL Bean sweater with me because he thought it's what I liked, and I still have it. I just hang it in my closet, and now actually I really do. It is really nice. He left a little tiny Zippo, and he fixed it so that it worked, but the thing never worked after he left. But I still have it's a little tiny Zippo. It's like really tiny because he knew I like Zippos.
He showed me that one.
I know, yeah, that's what he left, and he would just leave these things for me. And I didn't ask for them, but it was just like, you know.
You needed them.
Yeah, he knew exactly what I wanted or needed. It's just weird because I don't like people coming over to my house because things always go missing. But with Tyler, things just appeared. Nothing was ever missing. They just appeared.
Right.
And I'd just be like, Noxzema face wash. This is the best face wash in the fucking world, and I still use it. And I don't know why he gave it to me, but he was just like, this is really good stuff. You need.
That's what I'm thinking.
All right. So, about a year and a half ago, me and Tyler were here shooting some pool one night, and as you know, your son, he had girlfriends and ones he loved, and one of the girls that we both know, we were talking about, strip clubs and everything, and she had never gone to a strip club. So me and Tyler were like, "Heard? We're taking you right now."
What the hell?
So we end up going to Totally Nude, and it's closed. Like, they won't let us in because it's like the last 10 or 15 minutes or something like that. And so Tyler's on his bike, and I rode with the girl up to Totally Nude. And we were like, looking at each other, and it's like, well, the only other place we can go. And I was like, yeah.
Shady?
Shady. So we hit Shady, right? We get to Shady, and by this time, the girl's totally ecstatic. She's like, "This is boss! Like, I didn't know this could be this much fun." And we were just like sitting there laughing at her because she's just enjoying her time, but That's just, you know, that's just your son being spontaneous and doing what he does. We had a blast, you know. They ended up staying open later than they were supposed to. And I don't know how I organized that, but that didn't, you know, that's how it happened. Yeah.
Tyler Magic?
Yeah, he is pretty good at that. He can manifest pretty much anything at anything, so that's kind of how it goes.
Tyler Sears. What do you say about that guy, man? Every cheers from now on is cheers for Sears, by the way.
Cheers for Sears.
Cheers for Sears. Man, right off the top of my head, he's been lingering around. I really appreciate that, man. He's been letting us know that he hasn't left our sides for sure. We were sitting there drinking till 2, 3 in the morning the other night, and we had our buddy Ray come over, and I didn't realize how much of a child Ray was, man. Our buddy Andrew, we stipulate we keep the toilet seat up, right? Bitches at me every time I put it down. So we had to teach Ray, you know, don't fucking do that, right? So he does that, and Tyler keeps putting the fucking toilet seat up and fucking with us, man. Just little shit like that.
Oh, since he's been gone?
Yeah, since he's been gone, man. Yeah. Literally, he just got done pissing, man. We're like, leave the shit up, and I go there and I go, no shit. Fucking down, dude. Ray loses some shit, man. It really taught him some stuff.
Toilet seat. Tyler's not quite gone. Let's go ahead and mention that this very hat here actually belonged to Tyler Sears before he left us.
That's tight.
Well, I say that lightly because I had heard stories about him manipulating a toilet seat in our buddy Andrew's house, and quite fucking skeptical, man, until I was the last person to leave the restroom, and I said, hey, everybody, the toilet seat's up. Just wanted everybody to know. Came out, had a few beers, we're sitting talking for a few minutes, and after they had told me, yeah, Tyler puts the seat down, I leaned back to look over, just check it out, and I lost all sense of reality. Because that seat and the lid on the toilet seat were down, and I know for a fact, a cold hard fact, that no physical human had been in that bathroom since I had left myself. Tyler, we can't see you, but we know you're here, man. We fucking love you, dude.
But like, he always made me feel welcome, and he was always so spontaneous and full of light, and he was always, what are we doing tonight? And I never heard him say a negative thing or anything bad about anyone.
He didn't see boundaries at all, whether it be a border, a fence, color of your skin, the way you talk, the way you walk. None of that mattered to him. Material possessions, which was ironic almost. He was like a pack rat. Such a pack rat. Antiquer, had all the coolest shit. But when he would go pick stuff out of a pile, man, I know for sure in my heart that he had like a place for it to go. Like, this would be for Tyler, this would be for so-and-so, or my girl I just met. It always had something attached to it. It wasn't just he'd give you junk. It always something super wholesome. 2 weeks before he passed away, man, gave me an old vintage skateboard with the clay wheels and stuff, man. Cherish it the rest of my life.
That's tight. Thank you.
I miss the son of a bitch.
He always made me feel good about myself. I talked to him a couple weeks before, and I just called him because I was having a bad day, and he was like, "Hey man, do you want to hang out?" Blah, blah, blah. And I was like, "Yeah." He was just a nice. He was a good-hearted individual, and you don't find that. You really don't find that with people that really just want to help you and do you good. You don't find that amongst a lot of people, and that's what's really upsetting, because somebody's gone. So there's a person in this world that's a good-hearted individual, and he's not here, and it really upsets me.
I'll never meet another person like him, man. He would hang with you in the slums. If you hit the lotto, he'd hang with you in your boat in Cabo, in the mansion, or whatever, man. He would walk with all flocks of life.